Hello, welcome back to my channel, guys. So in today's video, this is the Fallout 4, well, is it Fallout 4? It's technically a Fallout Fangirl painting, but this is episode number 6. Never painted on wood before, and I saw this super cool, like, wooden canvas thingy-majiggy. It was at Walmart, it was on clearance. I think it was like $5, give or take. Honestly, I can't remember because it's been like well over a year, and as you can tell by my nails, they're gonna be changing like throughout the video because I filmed this like different days and whatnot. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So near the end of July last year, decided to just sketch some Fallout things that I like: bottle caps, dog meat, Slocum's Joe, because Fallout is one of my favorite video game franchises, and Fallout 4 happens to be my favorite of said franchise. It's my favorite like Fallout game, in my opinion. Everyone has an opinion, but in mine, I think Fallout 4 is the best Fallout game. And even though it's an RPG, I usually pick the same, like, ending. You know, you can choose if you want the Minutemen, the Brotherhood of Steel, the Institute, and or the Railroad, and I usually choose the Railroad ending. Probably wondering, like, okay, what is she rambling on about? What does the Railroad have to do with Slocum's Joe? If you played the game, you probably already know that you can get a companion named Deacon, and Deacon does reveal that originally, the Railroad headquarters was not located underneath the Old North Church, but instead an old Slocum's Joe like headquarters and whatnot. So yeah, that inspired me to paint this little section. Also, a little side note, before I started the keto diet, donuts were actually my favorite like dessert, my favorite snack. However, keto diet, so I can't eat sugar or bread anymore. Oh well. So I'm not the best artist. I do all this just for fun, just as a hobby, but I did my best to paint on the Slocum's Joe logo as like close to the game, as accurate as I could get it. I also decided to paint on 3 random donuts, 2 strawberry flavored, 1 chocolate, which were my favorite flavors to get, especially at Dunkin' Donuts, which is like, I'm obsessed with Dunkin' Donuts. Oh my goodness, their iced coffees are to die for. But anyways, for the strawberry donuts, I decided to paint on some sprinkles. For the chocolate donut, just a big white, like, swirly icing thingy. I don't know. Honestly, with my ADHD brain, I wish it was easy for me to explain stuff, but, I don't know. Just visually you can see what I'm trying to do, right? Trying to paint on some sprinkles, trying to make these donuts look delicious, appetizing. On a serious note, painting on wood, I like it. It's fun, it's different. I like different. However, this craft paint, which is by Apple Barrel, I love Apple Barrel, don't get me wrong, this is the acrylic paint I always use when I do my nail art. However, when it comes to wood, it just soaks it all in. So, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I have to like really layer up this acrylic paint, but it's all good, it is what it is. So looking at this footage over a year later, I realized I forgot to paint on the railroad sign for a safe house in the bottom corner, but oh well, you know, it is what it is, like I just said. But I really did like how this looked, but this was like day 1, I guess you can say. A few days later, I think it was like July 28th, at least that's what it says according to like the file footage date. And working on like the second section or like column of this like little wood canvas thing, which is the Vault Boy. Also got a chance to cover up that little beauty mark that was here on the canvas. But yeah, the wood's a little textured, obviously. It's wood, so I am using some older paint brushes because I didn't want to like ruin like the tips of like some new brushes I got around this time because yeah, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and these brushes are still hanging on, so that's what I chose to use, just, you know, to protect the bristles of the other brushes. I don't know if any of that made sense. But what I learned from painting on the Slocum's Joe, like, portion of this canvas art is, yeah, I'm gonna need lots of layers of acrylic paint, and I am using craft paint, so I don't know if that's also a contributing factor of why it's, like, I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but in person it kept, like, soaking through the wood. And as you see, I use like a mechanical pencil to sketch out everything before I start painting, and the yeah, this doesn't happen when I like paint on a canvas, but when it came to this wood, it kept like bleeding through the acrylic paint. I've been talking all day like in my customer service voice, and I came home and started filming this voiceover, so I'm sorry if I sound like a wee bit strained. Remember, I was getting mildly, just a wee bit frustrated. So I decided to go in with my black acrylic paint, which is obviously the darkest. It's very opaque, and that is what I decided to use to paint most of this little section because yeah, I actually ran out of gray acrylic paint, and I'm like, F it, I'm gonna go in with some black, and you know, we're gonna see how I'm gonna fix this, how it's gonna make it work. And as you see, I also went in with some green and whatnot because I mean, it's like Fallout, nuclear fallout, so radiation and whatnot. And also another thing, so normally I wanted to like film this like one section at a time, however, like I said, I was getting just a little bit frustrated, so I figured I would go ahead and go in with that same black acrylic paint and just go ahead and start outlining dog meat just to save me time. Well, truth be told, at this part, I was just winging it, and if you see this monstrosity right here, this is actually some glitter acrylic paint. Yeah, I don't know how, I've actually, you know what, I think I've had this since 2019. I actually bought these for a friend. Well, I'm not friends with her anymore, but when I was friends with her, I bought all these because I was going to give it to her as a gift, and then we had a falling out. No pun intended or anything, and like I said, I don't want to bring that negative energy back in my life. Pretty sure these are expired. I totally forgot about these, and they were just like in a little like gift bag that was just vibing in my closet for, oh my gosh, years. And like I said, the acrylic paint, like I was frustrated at this part, so I was like, whatever, I'll go in with some glitter. I'm just, you know, I was winging it at this point and I was trying to fix it. But I really like the glitter. I like how it's different, it's unique, and the best part was it's soaking into the wood. Honestly, guys, when I think back, you know, I filmed this over a year ago, like this footage, but I really think I just had a bad day at work and just like, you know, such a minor inconvenience, and I was just like, you know? Painting's my escape, however, but yeah, oh my gosh, my cat is like, if you hear any rustling, sorry, my cat's crawling all over my keyboard. I'm like filming the voiceover here, but my cats are like, oh, let's all go in the room and just start crawling over everything. Yeah, I don't know. I decided to bedazzle it. I love glitter, I love all things shiny, and I bought these super cool, like, glittery acrylic paints. I love them so much. However, behold the whoopsie daisy. Well, I know you can see that table behind me. I mean, it's hard not to get paint everywhere, so it is what it is. But, yeah, had some extra glitter. These are ever fairly new. I bought these for myself, but jumping back to that Slocum's Joe, I still had like another acrylic paint from like years ago. Like I said I was going to give away, but never did. Went ahead and used that. I think after adding that glitter is when I forgot to add the railroad sign, but yeah. Anyways, so moving on to the third like little section, the footage says it was from August 1st, so a few days later, and yeah, this is going to be the best companion ever, which is dog meat. This particular design is actually inspired by a shirt. Yeah. Also, I don't know if you can like notice my hair be falling on top of the canvas. I was a brunette when I painted the first two columns, and then I decided once my hair was healthy enough and I switched to days in the morning to dye my hair again. So this is when I had pink and orange hair. You can see some of it just falling on my canvas like so. I'm notorious for getting like nail polish and acrylic paint in like the tips of my hair. There I go, rambling on again. But anyways, back to the canvas. As you can see, those brown acrylic paints are yeah, I've had them for a while. They're kind of old, but it's all good, it's all good. For the background, I went in with one of my favorite shades of pink. Well, honestly, pink's my favorite color. I love every like shade of it, but this right here, I don't know. It was vibrant, it was pretty, it was pink. I loved it. After all that like black and gray and green from like the Vault Boy section, I wanted to go back to like this Slocum's Joe whatnot, so I added in some, you know, pinks, some reds. So yeah, while dog meat was drying, I went ahead and added the base color for this Please Stand By. Kind of mixed just some 2 shades of green, threw in a little bit of white, and yeah, got this minty green color. So I couldn't find the footage, maybe I forgot to record and everything, but I went ahead and did the outline of dog meat off camera. And as for this section right here, so the bottle caps were like, I wasn't even going to try to film this part because it was just impossible. It was so well detailed and everything. But Apple Barrel has the best black and white like acrylic paints, which is why I always use it whenever I do like nail art and everything. As you see, it's super opaque. No fax, no printer. I had to do these bottle caps off camera. There was just no way I was going to be able to film and record all that, but yeah, no, I promise you 100% I painted all of them, hand drew everything myself. But if you already watched this channel and you're used to like my nail art and everything, you already knew that. Back to like this yeah, the third section. So I did not take Squidward's art class or any art class, to be honest. So yeah, I used the yeah, these acrylic paint bottles as reference just to create these like little circle shapes for the, you know, details within the Please Stand By. So originally, like if you saw like the beginning of the video, you're probably wondering like what's this section. So yeah, obviously I was doing my best to paint on the Please Stand By, which is so iconic when it comes to the Fallout universe. Originally I went in with some black acrylic paint just to outline all the circles. To be completely honest, I was watching Oxworm's video and was using like that as a reference and everything. So yeah, when it was some like little details here and there, I was really trying to paint on the background at first. Yeah guys, I never took an art class or anything like that unless you're counting Art 1, but even then I didn't learn anything because my art teacher was just Yeah, I can't cuss on YouTube, but he was not a nice man, didn't learn anything. But, yeah, so this originally was the background, and I was letting that dry. In the meantime, I went ahead and went back to, like, the dog meat section, and I really wanted to add, like, a color to kind of, I don't know, a nice contrast within the pink and the green, aka the Cosmo and the Wanda. So I went in with, like, this neon purple for, like, I don't know, poof, Wandissimo? So at this part of the video, honestly, I have no idea what happened. So this was on August 1st, right? And obviously it was super late. I worked mornings, so I had to go ahead and hit the hay, you know, get ready for the work next day. Whenever I worked my whole 8-hour shift, came home and was ready to work on this painting again, this is what this section looked like. I have no idea what happened. So to avoid like any cat hair getting into my canvases, I set my canvases in a different room. So no, you can't blame my cats. You can't say like, oh, maybe one of them like plopped on the canvas or anything. So yeah, either way, there was no fixing this. On top of, I felt like it kind of threw off the rest of the vibe of this wooden piece. So I ended up going in with some green acrylic paint and just kind of drizzled it on there like syrup on pancakes. So I ended up painting on a Pip-Boy, since that's like another thing that's iconic in the Fallout universe. However, I couldn't find the footage. Did I forget to record? Did it accidentally get deleted? No sé. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and go back to like the bottle cap section. Oh yeah, bottle caps. Another thing that's iconic, and also there's different, like it's not just Nuka-Cola and everything. So I got this cool like little cap stash. This is actually an Etsy purchase, and it's currently on my Fallout section in like the gamer portion of my room. So yeah, I'm just using these little bad boys as a reference to like each individual like bottle cap. Sorry guys, my cats are just, oh my god, I got 3 of them crawling everywhere. But yeah, so I did this off camera, but pretty much looking at these bottle caps as the reference and just doing my best. As like I said, I'm not a professional, never went to art school or anything, and I just do my best. Is how I survive my everyday to life. But yeah, went ahead and did this off camera, painted all the bottle caps, yeah. But yeah, almost 3 months later, near the end of 2023, I finally finished this painting. Went in with some black acrylic paint, added the final details and whatnot, and oh, the glory of working retail during the holidays. You have time for literally nothing. Yeah guys, you like that little cameo appearance from my cat Luna? She's actually currently sitting right next to me while I'm doing this voiceover. But anyways, so yeah, Mod Podge, this is before I switched over to like Liquitex acrylic paints, which, like I said, I still use Mod Podge for like my puzzles and everything. Also right here, I decided to show off my nails because I don't know, I can't remember. Yeah, I started this painting in July of 2023. I did not finish it until December, and I am just now posting this video in February of 2024. Yeah. I think it's official, guys. I'm the queen of procrastinating. Oh, I've been rambling on for about 13 minutes, but yeah, if you clicked on today's video for, I don't know, educational purposes, maybe you like the canvas and or you just need background noise, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and thanks for watching!